Hello guys. So before I start the presentation, this is the number in case you want to contact me regarding the group, and the link is in the comment section. So before I start the weekly review about what happened in the past, let me tell you a bit of wave theory. So I don't do normal Elliott wave, which looks for 5 waves up, 3 waves down, 5 waves up, 3 waves down, something like this. I don't do it. I look for 3 waves Elliott wave. Like I look for ABC 1, then ABC correction of this 2, and then big impulse 3, and then the correction for 3, 4, and then ABC 5. So this is the way I do Elliott wave, and this is why I'm better than most. And I don't do these Elliott wave randomly, because if you see other people who are doing Elliott wave, they are just drawing random lines without anything. So they feel like drawing a line till here or till here or till here, so they will draw it. But all my moves are based on certain rules, and I have made an indicator which tries to grab most of the route. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Please keep an eye on this dark blue line which is at the bottom. So in this discussion, I'll be more talking about this dark blue. So what happened on 26th of December or in September, that we went up in 5 waves. 1, and then this was the correction in 2. Then this happened, A, and this B, October 4, and then a big C. Not C, a big 3, third wave. 1, 2, 3, and then this 4 happened, and then this 5. So if you were paying any attention and if you know a little bit of trading, then you must have noticed that my indicator caught the bottom of the wave 1, asked you to get out of trade of the wave 2, got you on the start of wave 3. In fact, my group was long over here on October 3rd, because you guys know, if you were watching my video, I had October 4 date as the time for bottom. So my group was long over here. When it was falling, I actually longed over here, right at the bottom. So 1, 2, A, B, 3, 4, and then 5. So my indicator, when this third wave started, it got the hold of the third wave, and then this fourth happened, and then it got the end of the whole move. Do you see it? It got the end of the whole move, and then immediately it fell down. So those who are saying the stock market is falling because of Hamas-Israel war, they are just clueless noobs. So they are not worth the time. So when the stock market was here, so as this was a leading indicator, it was already over here. So I have no words to say. Anyway, so this indicator was able to nail the wave 1 bottom, and through my another algo on this same setup, on this same algo on a different time frame, we were able to nail this wave 2 bottom, and then we got the whole wave 3, wave 4, and the top of the wave 5, and then we got the decline. And now what should happen next? So it doesn't matter what should happen next. You guys already know that I would be able to catch the next move. So the important thing is that most people who communicate with me and who talk with me and who message me on WhatsApp, or or those who even join the group, so they are a bit clueless because they are still struggling in the world of support and resistance. Like if the price goes over this support, so they long it only to see it go down, and then it hits their stop only to see it go up. So they are always in a vicious circle of reacting to the price, whereas there is no reactionary measure as far as my group is concerned, because they have this indicator. They are one step ahead of everybody. They are one step ahead of everybody, and for intraday, they don't need to react to anything. They don't even need to ask me. They just they can do their own fishing. They can even become better traders than me if they follow the rules. The point is, most people do not feel it. They do not have the feel for the money. So they remain in the struggle of support and resistances. They remain in the struggle of moving averages. They remain in the struggle of pivots. They remain in the struggle of astrology. Well, do you see any astrology over here? Right over here. Do you see any astrology over here? No. So this is the dilemma with most of the people. Because they do not have the feel for it, they are always in the struggle. And even if you tell them that this thing is possible, so they do not have the belief in them that anybody can predict stock market. They want to believe the narrative that the stock market is falling. First, the stock market was rising because of Israel-Hamas attack, and now the stock market is falling because of the Israel-Hamas attack. So they want to remain in the feeling of deprivation. They want to remain in the feeling of helplessness. They want to remain in the feeling of cluelessness. And I was reading and I listened to the story of some research which was done in some country in a slum. So they found out that the people who lived in the slum, who lived in the poor areas, most of the people, almost all of them own television, and almost all of them spent a lot of time on mobile phones. Why? Because because of their reality of the real life was so harsh. So instead of going out and trying to combat the world, trying to fight for the living, trying to do something, they chose to spend their time away, spend their life away watching television, watching TV, remaining in the artificial reality, remaining in the uselessness of their being, remaining stuck to the television, remaining stuck to the mobile phones, remaining stuck to the TikToks, remaining stuck to the YouTube shorts or Instagram, whatever. So you understand my feel. You understand what I'm trying to say. The most people, they do not have the feel that they can make money. So in order to make money, you need to see this, and you need to first have the feel that yes, you can make the money. This is my second indicator. It is called the bias. So when the price is above it, you will always look for long. And when it is below it, then you will look for short. So when the third wave started, it asked you to long it. And I already, few minutes ago, I did the wave count for you. So that is another advantage of doing the correct way of wave counting, and not a random Elliott wave counting that you see on internet or other people everywhere. This is the Elliott wave count which works, which makes money, which I just did. And this is the bias indicator that makes it work. And I also started introduce a cycle indicator based on Gantt cycles for intraday. So it tried to warn you about the bullish cycle which is coming. So it marked the bottom over here. So it got you this whole cycle. And then it got you this whole up move. And then it got you this whole up move. And by the time this top happened, you knew this was going to be the top, right? Because before the start of the presentation, I told you the importance of this dark blue. So you knew this was the top. And then this whole down move happened. Probably the wave one of down, if you don't know. Nevertheless, so you need to see this thing to have the feel for the money. Only after having the feel for the money, you will be better able to trade. Otherwise, you will always remain a reactionary trader. You will always remain stuck in the Israel conflict and the lies of CNN, BBC, and the things, the news trading and the news nonsense which you hear about. And you will never get out of the vicious circle that you are already in. You will stuck in the lies of CNN, BBC, Fox News, and whatever. That stock market is falling because of the Israel Hamas, or it was rising because of the Israel Hamas. Or in March, the stock market crashed because of the Silicon Valley Bank. What happened next? We already know. So, if this is the thing, what should happen next? The wave counter I just did you. So, this was the one. Sorry, let me make it better. So, this is the one, ABC1, and now this will be the ABC2. So what should happen? And this dark blue line will come here. So what should happen next? 3. ABC3. Then 4 and then 5. But where I would be wrong? If the price goes above this dark blue and this bias, this bias indicator which you see, then it means my analysis is incorrect. But can my analysis be incorrect? That is the first question. Because this is the intraday setup that I have given to my group. Behind all of these things, my daily swing algorithm is running, which is the father of all algorithms, and which predicted a decline before it even happened, which predicted the collapse before it even happened, which predicted the October 4 bottom before this setup even happened on intraday. So this is intraday. It only gets printed after the October 4 is already over. But I started talking about October 4 long before it occurred. And I started talking about that we will go up over here like this. And then when we were something over here, I started saying that we will go down. So I'm just telling you the worst case scenario. So in case, perhaps maybe in the what do you say? In the rare cases I'm wrong, then it will go up the dark blue, and then price will go up. Otherwise, if considering my bigger algorithm, which is running ahead of this intraday, then it should do after this 1, it should do 2, and then 3. Should do something like this. So over here, you're learning to fish instead of begging some other person to give you the fish. And I'm not even asking you to learn any Fibonacci or Elliott Wave or things like that. Everything is being done by this indicator. And in which brings me to the second part. After the feel part, which I discussed, that you need to have the feel for the money. Now I'm going to tell you about the second part, which is about the walk. You need to walk among the peoples who are better than you. You need to walk among the peoples who are richer, who know more things about trading than you already know. So I have joined many of the trading groups, and I know most of the people, I cannot imagine, they're still stuck. If you listen to the nonsense, they're still stuck in like price goes above 4,300, so then it will go to 4,400, then 4,400 level is break, then it will go to 4,500. Price goes below 4,300, then it will go to 4,200, and if it goes below 4,200, then support is broken, then it will go to 4,100. I mean, come on. Do you think price moves linear? You know, we all know what will happen if the price goes below 4,300. It will go below it, you will short it, and then it will go above it. We all know how it is going to end up, how you are going to end up in the life. So this second part, the walking part, asks you to always be in the company of good traders. Now in my group, I have luckily, collected very good traders who are regular participant in the groups. So unlike the noob discussion which you get in the other groups, the discussion in my group is always about making money. Oh, this is a setup on the 4 minutes. Long it, short it, long it, bearish divergence, bullish divergence. So we are longing intraday all this while. And with this cycle indicator, what's going to happen next? Even more advantage. There was a research conducted by somebody which said that if you are sitting 25 feet from a performer, if you are sitting 25 feet from a performer, your performance increases by 15%. So even if you are noob, you know nothing, if you are sitting in the office of, in the premise of a performer, your performance will increase by 25%. Contrast this thing with another angle of the same research, which said that if you are sitting within 25 feet of a poor performer, then your performance decreases by 30%. Your performance decreases by 30%. Now imagine the damage the support and resistance guys are doing to you. The level guys which talk 4,300 broken, it will go to 4,200, it will go to 4,100. Imagine the damage which is being done to your brain with these stocks. And imagine the amount of damage the news traders are doing to your brain. Do you think you will ever be successful with the amount of the people who you are hanging out with? Or are you going to are you going to, or do you want to be around those people who gives no damn to the news? In fact, they predict the news long before it occurs, and they trade the news long before the news even happens, because they know this thing is going to happen. They know this thing is going to happen, and they know what will happen next Monday or Tuesday. All the scenarios already there. The price is already below this light blue bias indicator. And I already showed you the way you should be doing the wave count. And this is a wave one now, and this is a wave 2 and then 3. Otherwise, something is wrong. If price will go over dark blue, maybe everything is planned is wrong. But can everything is planned be wrong? This is a question. Can I be wrong? Of course, I can be wrong. I always keep a space of 20% probability, even though my probability is more than 90%, 95%. But I always keep a margin of 20% of error for myself. But can I be wrong? Yes. Assuming if I'm wrong, then the risk is very small. And as a trader, you always have the risk. So your risk is small. Suppose it goes up, okay, no problem. Your risk was small. But imagine the amount of knowledge, amount of no nonsense you are getting over here. Contrast with this with the nonsense which you find in other groups. I made this video because I just spent 2 hours of my life browsing through other groups, and I was actually shaking my head in disbelief. That's why I made this video, that I don't know what is going on with this world. First, first the lies on the TV, and then the lies on the trading. So, my friends, the lies that you're listening on television are the same lies that you listened when the Silicon Valley Bank collapsed, are the same lies you listened when the COVID crash happened. We were supposed to all die when the COVID happened. What happened next? A sight to behold rally. When Silicon Valley Bank crash happened, the credit crunch was going to kill us. All the cockroaches were supposed to come out. But what happened? A sight to behold squeeze. And now these lies again from the same guys, same CNN, BBC. So this is the time you change yourself. First, feel, get the feel. I'm making this video so that you can have the feel for the money. And later on, you can have the walk among those who know how to make money. Because trading is the best profession. I have done BS in computer science. I am an MBA from a top university of my country. Plus, I am a barrister from University of London. I have achieved all the academics laurels that I could get. I own an IT company. I'm a successful IT entrepreneur. And I have other businesses also. But there is no business better than trading. It really strikes the chords in my heart. This is such a good thing, which this is the best business, bottom line. This is the best way to make money, because you can make a lot of money, and you can, change your not only your life but also the life of other people. But for that, you need to first remove the nonsense, remove the first nonsense people that are there in your life, and also remove the nonsense that you hear all around you. Only then you will be able to make the difference. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen. You will remain the support and resistance guy. You will remain the moving average guy. You will remain the news trader, Israel Hamas, Silicon Valley Bank. The same nonsense we will keep on doing. Nothing is going to happen. So I hope in today's video, you are getting the feel for the money. And I hope soon you will have the walk among the money. And I hope you will change for the better. So this was the last week's review. And I will review the next week's review after the next week will end. Please give the video a like, because I speak bitter truth, but I speak the truth. I will never ask you to go long or short because of Israel Hamas or Silicon Valley Bank. I will always give you and try to show you a quantitative picture of what is happening. And I just showed you how the wave is quantified. Three waves, three waves. Let me do it again. One, two, A, B, C, the third, and this was the fourth, and this was the fifth. Beautiful end of wave, beautiful start of wave 3, beautiful start of wave 1, beautiful end of wave 2. What else do you need? And when this was happening, you knew this would go to the wave 5. Like, this is always happens. Like, end of wave structure always happens like this, like over here, end of wave structure. So it can't get any more beautiful than this. And this indicator, you will get in my member community. And the biggest advantage of my membership community is that you get to hang out with the people who are 100 times better than you already are. You will not do trading based on noob stuff. You will have this indicator and how we will trade the intraday, plus you have the bigger directional bias of my bigger algo, which is running in the background. So you will always be in the correct direction. I will take your leave now. Good night.